take a look at this. Judge Torres ruling to guide future crypto cases. The legal struggle that Ripple Labs has been engaged in against the United States Securities and Exchange Commission have been one that has been keenly watched. And Judge Analisa Torres has now handed down a ruling that is unambiguous. A fine of $125 million was imposed on Ripple Labs by the court, which is a significant amount compared to the $2 billion that the SEC first claimed it was owed. This decision is likely to have repercussions for other actions that are currently being taken, and it is critical for the cryptocurrency business. Both Ripple and the SEC would consider this to be a partial victory. Prejudgment interest in the amount of $876 million and $198 million was sought by the SEC. However, Ripple Labs was not required to pay any of those amounts. On the other hand, according to Section 5 of the Securities Act of 1933, the corporation is not permitted to offer or sell unregistered securities at the present time. Despite the fact that the SEC prevailed in the case involving unregistered securities, Judge Torres rejected the Howey test that the agency had conducted on XRP. Ripple argued that the Howey test should not apply to the selling of XRP because the transactions in question took place in a third-party context. In addition, they stated that the sales did not include the pooling of profit. This particular aspect of the verdict has the potential to be highly favorable and establish a suitable foundation for other instances that are tied to cryptography. The current case has the potential to have an effect on additional legal proceedings involving significant cryptocurrency companies like Coinbase, Binance, and Consensus. Elliot Stein, an analyst at Bloomberg Intelligence, pointed out that the ruling might prove to be beneficial in the legal battle that Coinbase is now engaged in with the SEC. The example of Ripple has the potential to contribute to the definition of the regulations governing conflicts of interest in the programmatic and secondary sales of cryptocurrencies. On the other hand, the cryptocurrency world as a whole is waiting to see whether the SEC or Ripple will decide to appeal the decision made by Judge Torres. According to statements made by Ripple Labs CEO Brad Garlinghouse and Chief Legal Officer Stuart Alderati, they are pleased with the verdict. Additionally, they stated that there are no intentions to appeal the verdict. In spite of this, legal analysts believe that the Securities and Exchange Commission will soon be able to submit an appeal over the summary judgment that was handed down the previous year. As long as Ripple submits a registration statement, the company will be in a favorable position to continue selling XRP. This leaves the company in a favorable position. Ripple was able to continue operating its operations as usual while being in compliance with the legal procedures as a result of the verdict, which was favorable for the company. Nevertheless, there's still the possibility that the SEC may file an appeal, which will simply serve to extend the duration of the legal proceedings and exacerbate the unpredictability of the cryptocurrency market. In the event that the Securities and Exchange Commission decides to file an appeal, it may contest the judge's interpretation of the Howey test and how it applies to XRP. It is possible that this will change the way that other crypto issues are handled and will have an impact on how future regulatory approaches are taken. If any appeal were to be successful, the judgment would very certainly have significant repercussions for the whole Bitcoin business. Ben Armstrong claims that the reason behind the legal dispute between Ripple and the SEC was to make XRP the first cryptocurrency to be regulated. This would make its eventual implementation into the global financial system more seamless. According to BitBoy Crypto, XRP has now gained credibility and acceptance from financial institutions thanks to the legal battle. BitBoy Crypto's Ben Armstrong claimed that the 3-year battle was premeditated so that XRP could become the first regulated cryptocurrency. This announcement was made just 1 week after Ripple paid a settlement fine of $125 million for securities law violations related to the institutional sales of XRP. In spite of the $125 million settlement that the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission (SEC) received, BitBoy Crypto made the remarks during an appearance with Thinking Crypto. XRP has proven to be the undisputed champion in this conflict. Experts in the matter have told CNF that the SEC might appeal the court's decision, thus delaying the XRP litigation, as reported in the CNF story. Quite intriguingly, BitBoy Crypto has come clean about his belief because the incident was never ever factual. The result, he said, was premeditated so that XRP could be regulated, first paving the way for its eventual integration into the global financial system. This aside, he did say that the allegations that get a lot of attention in high-profile cases aren't always true. The case was carefully orchestrated by both sides to legitimate XRP and portray it as an important player in the financial industry, according to BitBoy Crypto. At any moment, Ripple may have seen this coming. It was completely out of the question. Some rules should be put in place. Everything ought to look normal. He elaborated by saying that people in charge must always make it seem like everything is running smoothly. Since Ripple and the SEC's protracted lawsuit is almost ended, XRP will enjoy a bright future. Many in the market are optimistic about XRP's future. The most recent court settlement has prompted analysts to predict that XRP pricing is about to hit new all-time highs based to the CNF report. Among the many crucial points raised by BitBoy Crypto in their presentation was the need for regulation. Moreover, he mentioned that authorities view XRP differently while classifying Bitcoin and Ethereum as commodities. He continued by saying that banks and other financial institutions were able to accept XRP because of the legitimacy it gained during the court case. On top of that, he said that the whole legal battle made it seem like XRP was under a lot of scrutiny, which led to the altcoin's increased importance in the financial system. Following the resolution of the litigation with the SEC, BitBoy believes that XRP's potential is now considerably more apparent. With this shroud gone, XRP's path to growth is now more open and visible. Along with that, he said that it deserves praise that XRP is still in the top 10 despite the lawsuits and delistings from several cryptocurrency exchanges. The alluring Ripple test is focusing on the loose, which could lead to future legal disputes. Despite Ripple's ongoing regulatory challenges, XRP is displaying a cautiously bullish trend. The market strategy of Ripple might be impacted if the SEC were to launch further investigations into stablecoin Real. In spite of its ongoing legal battle with the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission, Ripple Labs is continuing to develop new financial technology products. And on Tuesday, August 9, 2024, Ripple announced that it will test its Ripple stablecoin. The court battle between Ripple and the SEC has yielded some victories, but the business is still under close regulatory watch. The Securities and Exchange Commission is prohibited from using us in the most recent ruling by Judge Analisa Torres. Ripple will no longer be able to sell XRP in the future, but the company is still under scrutiny for possible future infractions. This decision places Ripple in a precarious position as it seeks permission for the Rulu stablecoin. Reasons for this include the fact that Ripple's business has been disrupted since the case started in late 2020. The fact that the application of US securities laws to cryptocurrencies is still unclear, and the high cost for legal defense on top of penalties. If you have to spend years in court, have your asset delisted from exchanges if not permanently, battle a regulator, and pay a significant fine, that's the big picture according to Mustache, who said Ripple is a winner. The problem is further compounded by the stance taken by the SEC regarding unregistered crypto assets. The SEC may yet decide to challenge parts of the case that might lead to additional legal complications down the road. You should not put your money into anything that relies on the data presented here. We recommend that you do your own research and talk to an expert before making any investing decisions.